So I left off with working on a damn side by side, and I thought another project got in my way. It is quite the breezy day. Doesn't seem like it right now, but them trees were moving all around. Yeah, so, well, I had to move that side by side out because I had another project I got to work on, and, well, besides a flat tire, the belt kept throwing and it finally broke, and found out that the parts for this damn turd can't get them anymore. So yeah, I had to find what I could and make everything else. It's kind of working, but I still got a few issues to sort out. I got the tire on this side squared away, but that tire keeps going flat. Don't know why. I'm gonna have to pull it apart and figure it all out. I did, however, get my pipe bender done up and bolted to the floor, and I'll show you what I use that for here in a second. So you're kind of washed out a little bit, but I ended up using EMT and bending that all up. Had to move this up here, but I got everything fit, and I did all the welding in the back. I got that's a Polaris, or yeah, General, put that down. That's a General 1000 roof on that, and I bent the bars up and over and down, and then I put crossbars on it. But that's not the only thing I got into doing. All my cameras kind of started going goofy on me, but you can see how I welded it here, brought it under, comes about here, and then the front, I dropped it down and I welded it onto this angle iron. I think it was an old bed frame or something, I don't know. But I put the loops on it in case I want to tie something down. And I got the soft top on it. I had to cut these off to clearance everything. But I ended up adding lights in there. And this is from the RTV I put in there to try to seal those holes. That one didn't work. There's the plug. But I gotta scuff that one up a little better, I guess. But yeah, I pushed a little RTV in there to try to get it to seal. Couple little holes in the roof. There's one here. That one worked. And that one worked. I mean, they might pop out in the weather or something like that, but it was a cheap fix. Anywho, I got the lights angled back like that, so that, let me try to zoom out, so they're angled out to the corners. So it gives me some light in here. The center part's kind of dark, but it's enough light to work on. Plus they aren't blinding me, and I can see, you know, what's off to the side of me when I'm trying to back up and everything. I did some other things here. So I added a little dome light in here. A little center console. I'm working on a gas tank right now, but added my switches, added a light bar, and used one of the holes to run the wires down through and RTV'd the hell out of it. Right, so inside I got my switches, and I got a power port that has USB connectors in it. It also gives you the digital readout of what the power situation is. I added this switch and this switch over here, so figured out all the wiring inside the dash, got this all squared away, still with the loose. I don't know how well you can see that. These two are loose. They got the little tabs that stick out on either corner, top and bottom. But, so, as a reminder, that's what I was going for. The problem is, to get this roof this way, I would have had to have chopped the back, and I didn't. So now it's got a crazy pitch, and it's way higher than what I thought it would be. But I'll bring it back in the front. All right. So, cheap hood scoop, found it at the junkyard when I was going through looking for bits and pieces for another project I was working on. Looks pretty damn good though. Just epoxied on. Been doing all the wiring up here in the front because I had other projects going on in the back. But so I got the electrical wiring all squared away. So I got my relay box and the fuses. And what I did was I got the constant powers coming over here, and I got the battery power coming from here. And then these are for, well, one's for switches, one's for something else, I forget offhand. But this is why I added that recently. I got a nice ground bus. Hopefully, if I ever have to jump this thing, I can just jump it that way. But figured, make it nice and neat. And it'll work out. I just realized something, that those little holes I was talking about, right there, there's one right back there. That one popped out, and the one over here popped out. I was wondering why, and what I found out is, if you're using the blister pack material, the RTV sticks to it. So use a baggie, because the other ones I had baggies on, taped up against it, and they didn't stick, or it didn't pull off at all. So, you know, there's a tip for you. If you're gonna fill a hole with a little bit of RTV goop, use a baggie on the other side. You can see one right there. It's gone. But the one back here, still there. So I just put a piece of baggie across a piece of duct tape. That worked out. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's chaos incarnate. So my next big thing is I gotta figure out what to do with the battery. Because that battery's way too damn big, and the little box that was here, they cut the side of it and folded it down. I gotta find or make a box that thing is gonna fit in to try to keep some of the shit off of it. But that's my only wiring I have in here, and here's a new cable, and here's a new cable. So once I get that all figured out, I should be good to go. And then still thinking about what to do with this. I have an idea. I might go with a smaller secondary battery in here with a cutoff switch. But you can see that the amp meter on that's working. And yeah, it's doing good. It's coming along. We're getting there. Next project's on tap. I'm gonna One next project that I'm going to tackle here is, well, I'm working on the gas tank. The sensor keeps cutting out. I don't know why. I drive it for a while, it goes out. I don't know if it's because I'm hitting bumps or what, but I got to figure out what that is going on. Now it's working, so I'm going to be hard pressed to try to find out what the hell's going on with it. So I think next project I'm going to tackle is, well, one, I got to fix these holes. But that's a issue. It's going to take me a few minutes, but I think I'm going to move from there to, well, I don't know, probably fix the damn motorcycle back there, or the torpedo heater. Working in a very tight spot of my garage because kind of moved everything to get things out of my way so I could weld. But I addressed the steering on it, got the steering straightened out. Although I have to say something's going on with this side. I don't know what. I need to get it up on like a rack or something like that and suspended to figure it out. I still haven't figured out the front bumper. I might forego that this year. And another thing I was thinking about doing was doing a paint job on it and getting rid of the purple and kind of making it more subdued. But we'll figure it out. As it is now, it's functional, it's looking good. As it is now, it's functional, it's looking good. And doesn't look too damn bad. It's pretty damn mean at a low angle. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. I gotta clean this garage up at some point in time. I just got shit everywhere. I had my cutting torches out for that pipe stand project, and I was doing something else for my friend and got the press out, and then I just got a bunch of lockers and stuff like that, and I gotta get rid of a bunch of shit. I just organized some stuff over here. I need to get that all squared away, and yeah, we'll see where we're at soon. So, but for now, it's ready for this season of hunting. We'll see. It's functional. It's looking good, especially at a low angle. I'm liking it. I was gonna paint it. Sorry, I was gonna paint it and get rid of the purpley color and make it very subdued looking and everything like that. Future editions, I'm thinking solid rear windshield. Definitely need to get a skid plate on it. Was having some issues with that. And pretty much that's it. I do got something over here on this side I gotta figure out. I got the suspension the alignment squared away, but something's going on with the suspension over here. I seen a few things that made me scratch my head. Another thing that made me scratch my head is this guy right here. Let me zoom in for you. Why is that bent in that way? What happened there to make that not look like that one? I don't know if it was the snowplow attachment they had on it, but if you actually look, it might be hard to tell, but if you look at the winch fairlead, it's bent. The entire frame is bent off to that side. So I'm guessing he was plowing with the blade this way and it put all the pressure that way, I'm thinking. But I'm wondering if that's what happened over there. Because, let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. If you look at the bottom of the fairlead here in relation to these holes, look at this side. That thing's mounted straight. That's flat on it. And the plate that went down under this, down under here, it too is bent. So something was going on with that, and I'm thinking because of all the plowing and stuff, like, because this guy did a big lot with his, with this side by side. So I'm thinking he might have bent the frame because it's pretty lightweight. I think if I was going to make a machine like this to actually do the plowing, I would probably go with stiffeners on all of the frame. But I guess this is like Gen 1 beater job, and I guess I didn't expect them to last for too long, but hey, it's my project, it's coming along. So stick with me for further updates, and we'll see what we can get into. I did film a lot of the bending with the conduits, the EMT, and the welding and stuff like that. However, I should say I thought I was filming. My cameras would randomly shut off. The SD cards would be corrupted. I don't know what was going on. I had a whole litany of things happening, and it wasn't just one camera. It was like 4 or 5 different cameras. I have 7 GoPros and 2 other old video cameras. The older video camera kept corrupting the data. That was the one that I had set up on the tube bender. One of the GoPros I had wide angle when I was welding, and I had a welding shield over it, and stuff like that. But yeah, a couple of the cards are corrupted, and I couldn't retrieve any of the data off of them, and I bought new cards and tried it, and they got corrupted as well. So it's something going on with the cameras. Not entirely certain. 2 of the GoPros, GoPro 4s, both shut off after about 10 minutes of filming. I think one was like 8.5 minutes. The other one was like 10 minutes, 20 seconds. They just shut off. So I don't know what the hell was going on with that. I took one of them and attached it to the kayak, and it kept shutting off at about 10-minute mark. So I don't know, but there's the progress report. Hopefully in the future I can figure out what the hell's going on with that and get some video of me actually making things for you guys. But that's where we're at. You guys have a good one, and gotta knock the foam off of a frothy one, so take it easy.